Have you got the most bang for your buck?
Or are you investing your hard-earned cash into a world of trouble?
Let's find out on the Dirt Shed Show. Welcome to...
I wasn't looking, sorry.
You are not a professional.
Whoa!
Yes, welcome to this week's Dirt Shed Show with me, Martin Ashton, and this guy.
Myself, Rich Payne. How are we doing?
All right, a bit nervous about this show though, Rich.
Why is that farting, Martin?
We are talking about budget mountain bikes.
Yeah.
It seems like none of us, you lot included, have agreed on what budget really means. I've got an answer for it, you've got an answer for it, Leo's got an answer for it, or we don't care what he says, and you guys... So let's find out, what is a budget mountain bike? I don't think we're going to get to the answer today. You guys are, because you're going to have to get involved in the comments today and really let us know what you've spent your budget on. What is a budget bike? What's reasonable? But let's get into it. Rich, this started with you doing a video and getting a little bit of abuse in the comments on that one. Tell us about it.
Well, it was mixed reviews. So I recently did a video about a vintage superbike.
Yes.
And vintage, I got rinsed on that as well because I said it was, oh wait, that's not vintage.
Yeah,
it's old.
I'm with them, borderline.
All right, fair enough. But versus a modern budget bike. And the modern budget bike I used was an Orbea Honor at just shy of £1,000.
Right.
So I think it was coming at £950.
So the issue was, that's a lot
was
of budget.
still too expensive. Now, it's tricky on this, isn't it? Because the goalposts are different for every person to suit their budget.
But, sorry to interject, there is a line where you are buying a mountain bike or you have not bought a mountain bike.
Correct, I agree there.
It's where that line is.
And I was looking at a sort of fit for purpose type thing to it as well, and I thought this bike, out the box, it's got everything you need to go smash trail centre on, it's going to last, it's not going to implode on impact.
And tell us what that bike's got. What does a bike at the just under £1,000 give you? What's the brakes?
Okay, so it had a half decent RockShox fork on it.
Yep.
It had hydraulic Shimano brakes. It was a 1x11 Shimano group set.
Highly recommend.
It didn't have a dropper, but it had internal routing for a stealth dropper, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was sort of modern geometry, so it's quite long, you know, for the bike we're talking about. The head angle was half decent, wide enough bar.
Is it bouncy things at both ends?
No, that was a hardtail.
It's a hardtail, so it's only bouncy one end.
Yeah. And it looked to me as if it was like, I thought a bike, albeit, you know, maybe on the upper end of a budget, a bike that actually could get, and it lasts you as well, and you could do a lot on it.
And that's an important point. The longevity of this bike is important, because if you're spending hard-earned cash... when you asked me this, because we chatted before the show, my honest answer would have been, before we did this, I'd have said £600. Now, it's based on, in the 90s, right, I lusted after some then very good mountain bikes. And they would have cost you about £300 to £400 for a real, like, mid-range Marin or something like that.
Okay, like a Rift Zone or something.
Yeah, that would have been, I think it was called the
B17.
Palisades was the one I liked.
Palisades
really
Trail, yeah.
Really
okay.
And if you spend about £600 now, you get a better bike than the 1990s mountain bike.
I'd hope so.
So surely that is a budget entry mountain bike, so I thought, until you said about the longevity, and then...
Well, you know, I 100% agree that is still a fair chunk of money for a lot of people. 100% agree, because I got thoroughly rinsed in the comments for it.
Yeah.
And I you know, it's very tricky, isn't it? Because one man's budget might be another woman's expensive. So, but the way I looked at it was, like I said, that this bike you could buy, and it would last. You could go. I could have gone cheaper in this video, so I could have gone. They had cheaper models in the range, down to I think £650. But under myself, anyway, and that's a big difference. Under myself, I don't think that bike would have been a fair comparison.
Well, I think that's where my £600 budget falls apart, because if we put your lead hands, he's like a clunky weight, right? If we put you on a £600 bike for a day,
dead.
It's dead. Like,
hey man, the bike
no longer works. No. Really doesn't. That's true, right? Yeah. So, is that really a mountain bike if it can't handle a real mountain biker on it?
Yeah, but people will be going, oh, but wait, Rich is like, you know, retired pro, he's going to smash it down some gnarly trail that most people aren't going to do. Get on, farting. Yeah. Right, but what I mean, though, is that when you're at that level, like I think you could buy the cheaper bike when you're right at the getting into it stage, but as soon as you've got a bit of experience, you're going to start, that progression curve goes quite steep.
Yes.
So that I don't want to say bottom end, but the cheapest model will not last, in my opinion. Okay, so we've got a level at this point of Rich coming in just at 1,000, me saying £600. You're all starting to percolate your thoughts. I thought I'd get another opinion, so I went out to Sandy Plenty, our friend of the show, and get out! Stick your shot! Stick your shot! No, great. Pinpoint for some information about the actual industry. Bike shop owner, salesman.
He knows it all, right? And he said that since Brexit, the entry-level price for a mountain bike, this is entry, not necessarily budget, has crept up from 450 to 600. But if you want to get a bike that's going to take you out onto the trails,
like we did,
and be fit for purpose, you've got to be spending around, well, he's mentioning 1,250.
Okay,
but he said there's deals around, so that brings you down to sort of what you're saying, maybe a bit more?
Yeah, and is in line with what we said. So that entry model in the Honor range was about 650.
Yeah. This is interesting. So through discussion, right?
Yeah.
We haven't made it cheaper.
No, but we kind of, I was gonna say we've established where cheap is, but again, I don't think I can say that.
I think this is where you guys have got to get involved, right? You've got to let us know, because I think you think we're wrong. What is a budget mountain bike? Have we got the marker right? We're saying at least £600 plus. But any of you out there bought a bike for less than that and it worked and it's still working?
We haven't even delved into the second
Let us know. This show is about you letting us know what is a budget mountain bike. Let's find out. Right, let's take a little break. Go to the news with Tom.
What's up, everyone? Last weekend saw one of the most action-packed rounds of racing this year. Val di Sole did not disappoint. Starting with the downhill, where Sasha Ernest turned up the heat in the juniors, won by 12.4 seconds. Another Kiwi, Eris van Leuven, in second place ahead of France's Lisa Bouladou. Strong future for women's downhill coming out of New Zealand there. In junior men's, Ryan Pinkerton was on storming run when he jackknifed into an OTB out of a left-hander, got up, got down, ended second despite that crash. Bodie Kuhn smashed it into first, also securing that overall leader's jersey in the process. In the elites, there was plenty of action in the semis. For a taste of what's in the finals, check that out on the live stream on GMBN Racing now. But some of the world's best struggling with the snake. Fair few riders having to rely on their protected status to make finals. The women's race saw Hemstreet with all green splits until a crash took her out of contention for that first elite podium. Jess blew it with hers though into third, Camille Balanche second, and Hull first. Second time now on the trot that she's won both semis and finals. Bernard Kerr was on the hot seat for quite a while in the men's race as the weather set in. Rider after rider found it too greasy and wet to challenge him. However, the sun came back out, the track dried remarkably quickly, and times began to tumble. A wild loose run from De Preya saw him take third, Isles was more calm and collected into second, and Jackson Goldstone in first spot for his first elite win, meaning that we've had new winners for each round of the men's downhill so far, and it's been all of those riders' first wins. In the cross-country, Sophie Haby-Pedersen struggled to lose the competition for a couple more laps than usual this time round, but eventually carved herself out some space in the front and stayed there. Fourth under-23 win in a row for her now, and surely unstoppable. In the men's race, Orbea's Luca Martin looked to have all of his ducks in a row, but pushed too hard at the front, double puncturing, ending up 11th. Carter Woods came through to take the win and the double, since he also won the under-23 XCC a few days earlier. In the elites, Jolanda Neff started well before a puncture set her back somewhat. After a few laps, Puck Peterser managed to find some space at the front, which she kept for the remainder of the race. Martina Berta and Pauline Ferrand-Pavot formed a chasing group, working together to reel her in, but a nasty-looking crash for PFP left her off of the podium, with Berta picking up second in front of the home crowd. Rebecca Henderson put in the work to finish third, and in the men's race, it was Schurter versus Hadley out front for most of the race, with Schurter pushing forwards to take his 35th victory, just reinforcing that record a little bit more. Flukiger made his way through the pack to second spot, and it was European champ Vlad Dasculu finishing third. We're into a little break in the UCI racing now. Next up is Worlds in Glasgow in mid-August. There's a new enduro race slated for March 2024 in New Zealand. If boats, helis, and 4x4 shuttles are your thing, then check out the NZ MTB Rally. 6 days, 4 to 6 stages per day, circular route near Nelson, the venue for which was due to host an EWS before COVID put paid to that one, and Wairoa Gorge Bike Park, which is a billionaire's private playground. Looks like a mad event with a huge mix of backcountry and all kinds of riding set in New Zealand's stunning scenery. Just to round things off with something extra cool, check out this DV8 Claymore, hand-painted by Scottish artist Douglas Ralston. So intricate and so many details on there depicting numerous features of the Cairngorms, where their brand hails from. Not sure if I could bring myself to ride that, showpiece only. All right, that's my time this week. Let's get over to Toff for the sickest thing.
Right, this week's sickest thing has to be this new video from Fabio Wibmer and Sick Cinema. It's the 4th edition of his urban freeride lives. Is it freeride lives or freeride lives? I don't know. Anyway, it's the 4th edition, and this time he's in Valparaiso, Chile. As always, the production's massive, like blocking off roads and building all these huge wooden features and stuff. I think for me, my favorite clips have to be this huge opposite curved wall ride and railing a curb like a berm. Flat out. And he does this insane 30 stair step down, like on street onto like a 2-foot wide ledge. That's actually insane. Even if you're like core culture mountain bike cool guy and you just hate this stuff because it's like pop music, you gotta go check it out purely for that clip. Right, that's my sickest thing this week. Time to go back to the shed.
Oh gosh, we're singing. Bodges! Hacks and Bodges! I didn't think we were singing because you didn't last week.
Well, I thought I'd bring it in. I thought you might lead me on, but you left me hanging. It was awkward. Let's move on.
Okay.
Right, first one. Oh, I love this. Give it a chance.
Okay.
That's essentially a GoPro mount and 2 bits of wood.
Oh,
but look what it transforms into.
Brain hurts.
This is Jarno, who's made us an amazing chain guide out of 2 little bits of wood. That is brilliant.
Oh, it's wood. I didn't even realise.
That is.
I was thinking, oh, he's 3D printed something.
That is a bodge of amazing levels. I love it.
Okay, yeah, Jarno.
Isn't it good? Isn't it good?
I actually do.
That's great. That is great, Jarno. That's what we're looking for in Hacks and Bodges. The material was just rubbish, and then you turned it into something great.
Those 2 screws underneath, do they not like rub on the chain?
Yeah, but it's got to have a bit of personality. That's really great.
That it has, Jarno. Nice.
I tell you, Jarno, that is leading at the moment. You might be winning yourself.
Oh, what do they win?
One of these GMBN race stops. This is actually just a prop. I hold this one up each week. It's not this one. It'll be another one, but it will be a GMBN race stop.
Of varying design.
Yeah, I've got no idea what you're going to get. That's the honest answer, but you're in the running, Jarno. Well done.
Okay.
Next up, we have got... I love this.
Giant Trans-X from Hartlepool. And do you know what? First thing, I see a crowbar.
That's the hack. Look at that. He needed some leverage, so he zip-tied his adjustable spanner onto a crowbar to get the leverage to get his cassette off. Some of us can't replicate your, builder arms.
But a crowbar!
And that animal strength in your hands. Yeah. Have you realised your hands look too big for your arms?
No,
have you noticed that?
These
They're
are
really
my
weird.
normal hands.
Yeah, it makes you look like, it sort of signifies that maybe you haven't got much brain power.
Rich smash!
Rich smash all in your hands. Anyway.
I'd have actually just undone that with my hand. I'd have just gone...
Yeah. Everyone else needs a crowbar. So...
that's incredible.
Michael, your giant trance...
He's not even chopped the ends off the zip ties. He's like, nah, let's leave it all on there. That's mental.
Isn't that... Zip ties sell themselves, don't they?
How many zip ties? I can't even count.
Next up, we have got... This is great.
Go on,
now, this is great. So Tim has got he's got 2 versions of this. But basically, he can see the percentage change in his sag using this.
That's genuinely quite clever.
Isn't that great? So he can see there between 15 and 20% sag or not.
The rear shock one I like very much. I'm going to poop on the party a bit here, Mark.
For God's sake. Go on then.
Well, a lot of forks just have sag indicators on them. I mean, to be fair, his might not. His might not. So if yours don't...
I get the feeling his hasn't.
But they look a fairly new fork. But I feel bad now.
Well, you've kind of ruined it.
I have pooped on the party.
I actually think that's really clever. It's got a little bit of 3D printing on it, so it's technically somewhat cheating, I think, a little bit. But I do like a bit of 3D printing. That's 3 very strong hacks or bodges. Yeah. I think we went hack, bodge, hack. I think. Let us know what you guys think. But Rich, you're going to pick a winner, and we're going to send. So is it Tim, Michael, or Jarno?
Do you know what? For his astounding use of zip ties, incredible! No. I will not be picking Michael, but I will. I do like it a lot. I feel like we're getting a bit overkill on the old 3D printing. So it's going to go to Jarno and his use of wood.
Yes.
El Naturel. Very nice.
Mountain bike expert right there. That is fantastic. That's fantastic. Jarno, it's on its way. I'm not going to throw it because it isn't really this one. So don't worry, one's on its way to you. If you've got a hack or a bodge of that level or even lower.
Can we do a zip tie special next week?
Oh, let's do a zip tie.
Can we do it? I want to see a zip tie special next week.
Zip tie special, because Neil's in next week and he'll hate that.
He will. He'll be like,
come on, give us your zip tie hacks.
Yeah.
Let's go nuts.
And
I want to see zip tie chain links.
More horrendous the better.
Oh, the better. Yeah, let's go.
That'll get Neil going.
Get involved. GMBN uploaded down below. Right, let's keep going with the show.
Don't look at me like that.
Caption contest time. Rich, what? This is last week's photo. What are you wearing?
What is
that?
I thought you were going to
That's
tell us
the
what's happening.
Well, there's what's happening.
That's
and
retro rich.
Oh, that kit is horrible.
Exactly, isn't it? Just, do you know what? That kit cost me £8 on eBay.
I am
Needless
not
to say, I
surprised.
washed it many times.
Yeah, I am not surprised. It's really, really horrible. Oh, wait, is that a second-hand horrible kit?
Yes.
Anything could have happened in that.
Well, hence the multiple washes.
Murder. I don't want to
Defecating.
go into. Oh, why are they selling it? Not good reasons. Anyway, that is a horrible photo, and you came up with some good things. Let's start with Tobody Nobody 23.
That's a
Brilliant
good one.
name. Rich being sucked into that portal. Martin seems to think that's at the end of every tunnel.
Good one.
Look down a tunnel and tell me you don't think there's another world there.
I was thinking about this actually.
Yeah.
We're going to get off. If you've just got a drone,
Yeah.
and then the drone can see through the tunnel and above and over, like,
Yeah.
does that not just work? So you can be like, oh yeah,
Well,
it's
no,
actually
because
just a
then
path.
it's being, the simulation is being replicated for the drone as well as you. There's no answer.
Are you a
Anyway,
simulation?
no, we'll get onto the simulation. I'll prove it later on.
God.
Grant
Good one.
Davis, go with Grant
Davis 5550. Rich bowing down to the mountain gods, asking for their blessing before carving up the trails.
I like that. Do you do that? You praise the trails. Anything? You're not very spiritual.
The trails praise to me.
Simon Lotion says Rich's bike makes a break for it after hearing his bike wrecker reputation. That's a good idea.
And that's a good one, because that's actually Ollie Beckinsale's Olympic bike as well.
Yeah, yeah. That's got that weird seat stay on it that's not...
That's the one. It's the all one-piece moulded carbon.
Yeah,
Yikes.
yeah, don't cut that wrong.
Yeah, it didn't like it. It didn't like it.
Oh, wait, Doddy, come on. We're not filming anything.
Don't worry, the red light's not on.
Like, it's not like you've ever seen anyone do this before and would know when to come into the room or not.
Don't worry, I'm...
We're
Hey,
filming.
my name's Andrew Dodd. I just ignore lights.
Oh,
Jesus.
he's loose these days, isn't he? Give the people a little wave, Doddy. Give the people a little wave. Doddy, everybody. Always a classic. Always a classic. See you later, mate.
See you, buddy.
Yeah, well, we've got 3 very good comments
We
there.
do.
Captions. Go on, Rich. It's about you. You should choose.
It's all about me, Mark.
It's all about you. His brain is swelling.
I'm going to go with Tobody Nobody 23. Rich being sucked into that portal. Martin seems to think it's at the end of every tunnel because he's talking absolute rubbish.
It's a simulation, I'm telling you. Right.
Congratulations. What does he win?
He wins a stump mug.
Oh! Holy mackerel, that one actually hit a laptop.
I
Nice.
did think for a minute Leo wasn't watching.
He wasn't?
It hit him in the face.
Oh, could you imagine?
Yeah, he might have got his, geometry right.
Geometry?
Of his face.
Well, the geometry of...
They say,
Whoa!
They say beauty... Go on.
Oh, God!
Oh,
damn it!
Anyway,
You caught it.
here's this week's Caption Contest photo.
Big beep needed.
Banger. Give us a caption for that in the comments down below. But remember, we want to know about budget bikes too.
Oh, hey, Martin.
Yeah.
What are some things we like this week?
Oh, I tell you what I really liked. Check this out. Laura Steger and Puck Peters sprint finish to the XCC final in Val di Sole.
Mental.
So close.
Like,
Doesn't get
honestly,
closer than that.
It doesn't. It actually doesn't.
Yeah.
Proper photo finish. And Puck Peters, I think...
I didn't think Laura was going to get there.
No. Puck
she
Peters
just-
pulled away on the last lap.
Yeah.
And we were like, I think this could be Puck's.
Yeah.
And Laura came back. And then Puck came back. And then Laura came back. And then it was like...
That old Puck can ride. The Puck can ride though, can't she? Bloody
Puck power.
hell.
Nice.
Yeah,
what I liked?
I like that. What did you like? Tell me.
This kind of... Is downhill too dangerous? I was talking about it on
question.
the racing news show. I don't think it is. Some do. Have a look what Anne-Marie Piron had to say.
Ooh.
Obviously, he had a big crash.
Yeah, so you're saying it should have been cleared. It's a bit, it could be safer.
Exactly, yeah. So is downhill too dangerous? Can we make it safer? Is this a freak accident?
This sounds like next week's Dirt Shed show to me. What do you think about that? Oh, that's interesting. I tell you what, talking about it being too dangerous, anyone see that snap frame?
Let's
not talk about it. Let's not talk about it. It's out there on the internet if you want to know. I'm not showing it. That's what I'm not doing. Some good things we like this week. But what is coming up in the coming week on GMBN? Let's take a look.
Oh my God, some things coming up this week, Mark. We've got some belters. What are you looking forward to?
I've got a video coming out about super intelligence.
And mountain
biking. Irony. Super intelligence and mountain biking. I had a great time in Silicon Valley over in San Francisco, getting deep into it. I cannot wait for this video. It's coming out this week, and I'm excited about it. No one else is, but I am.
Did you talk tunnels?
I've talked all sorts of things for this one. We go deep.
I'm actually going to watch that.
It's good.
I actually never watch your videos, but I'm going to watch that one. Ooh, harsh. That was really mean.
What are you looking forward to this rich week? I can't talk anymore.
That was so mean, and I don't mean it either.
Yeah, a bit of a meanie.
That was really cruel. I take that back.
As the real rich for you. That's what we're all dealing with.
Do you know what I'm looking forward to this week? I'm looking forward to a presenter challenge, a challenge.
Can't beat it.
A cornering challenge where we didn't measure time, we measured speed.
And the results are exciting, actually.
They are. So it was me, Isaac, and Mr. B-Lake. Who won? Well, you're just going to have to watch and find out.
Ooh, he nearly died there.
But it's good.
It is very good. It's a good finish. Definitely lots of stuff coming up on GMBN. Of course, GMBN Tech and EMBN are out there as well, and the racing channel where this guy's doing the racing news show. So lots for you to get involved with. Yes. Shall we take a quick dive into the world that is the bike vault before we finish?
Well, last week I said no because I was being really miserable. But this week, I really want to.
I'm glad, because I've already opened the file.
Oh.
Right, Bike Vault this week, starting with Vernon's Blue Pig Ragley. It's in a very deliverance setting, isn't it, that?
Yes, it is. I like it. 27.5 front and rear.
Aggro.
What are 4 hardtails he owns? That's just greedy.
Is that a budget mountain bike?
No.
Don't know.
Why would it be?
Well, I mean, it's a hardtail, so it's going to be in the cheaper zone.
But isn't it? The hardtail has to be a budget bike because I've got like a £7,000 hardtail.
We're going to find out today, Rich. We're going to find out.
Yeah, we are.
I think that's a nice bike. I like it.
I'm going to super nice that.
Super nice. Next up, we have got.
Oh Lord, what is that?
Whoa,
Tide Ace All Mountain from the US. Riding on holiday, perfect dirt, monster bike, put together myself, 170 mil lyric. I'll be honest, I've never heard of these.
I half like it.
Santa Cruz-esque. It's like it's with that way that shock's mounted in the back end and stuff. It's kind of.
I wish I could hear what everybody's shouting. Is it a nice or a super nice? Screaming at it. They're like, that is.
But the black carbon with the orange, I think it's a bit too much orange for me. But I do like it. It's a really nice.
It's nice. Whoa! Super close up on the Santa Cruz.
Jeez Louise.
Oh, I'm not even going to go into that one, Matthew. It's a bit too. Do you know what? I think Matthew sent in other images though. Editor, please put in a good image of Matthew's bike there. And it's nice.
It is nice. 2019 5010.
Yeah.
Good show.
Next up, Andy's Trek Remedy 8. Well used.
Warncliffe.
Can you have tan grips and not have tan walls? Not sure.
Can you have tan grips and not tan walls?
No, I mean,
no, you can't.
Andy isn't, and I guess that's nice.
Hard Rock Enduro Train. I'm doing Hard Rock this year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm quite looking forward to it. You want to do it?
Not much.
You're not going to do it much, you're just going to do a bit of it.
No, I'm just not going to do it. I thought you said, do I want to go?
No, I was like, you're going to do it. And you're like, nah, not much. So I was like, no, I'm going to do a little bit, but not much of it.
Was that, do I want to go? Nah, not much.
Oh, cool, thanks.
All right.
Friend.
Next up is Eric's 2021 Specialized Stump Jumper.
Yeah.
I like the
colour.
Asymmetric frame.
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah, very nice. I like low top tubes and stuff like that as well. 57 years old. I'm back in the mountain bike.
Pretty standard though, isn't it? Pretty standard.
Well, the bike?
Yeah, standard. Out of the box nearly.
So we're just nice in it.
Nice.
Nice, all right.
Next up, we have
another
got...
special.
Ooh, special.
Rock off a comp.
Oh, mate, that takes me back.
Dropper on it from South Africa. Try and say that South African name, please, Mark.
Oh, in Mpumalanga. Mpumalanga. That's not bad. I think that's
Actually, that's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
My name's Jarno. Hang on.
Wait a minute. Actually, it's Jarno. It is. Look at the chain guide.
It is.
It's Jarno.
Hey, and
Super
this guy,
nice.
Jarno's gone. Not Tanwell tyres, not Tanwell grips, Tanwell saddle.
Yeah, well, you can't take a bell back when you've done it. So anyway, Jarno, you got a super nice.
I do like this already.
Ralph's YT Capra. What is it you like? All the Olins? Or
I like the Olins and the
colour?
purple. I just like the purpley colour.
It's a lovely. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, it's all right.
Nice
that
cut.
is. Wow, you can look up there. So
Yeah,
there.
it's
Look
just,
at it.
it's just
It's
there.
massive. It's massive.
Oh,
That's super nice, Ralph. Next
Dean.
up, Kona. Thought this might take you back. You like a Kona, don't you? Oh, no,
Not
that's Neil.
especially.
That's no. I mean, at the end of the day, you guys that sit next to me, you're all the same, really. I get you mixed up. Do you know what I mean? Next up, that's Kona's nice. Nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, really rich. I'm running out of time, so we're gonna have to keep going. It's
Okay,
nice.
right.
Next
Tory
up,
Giant Tramps 3 2020 from Washington
that
State.
looks like a miniaturized bike.
It does.
Look at that saddle.
And why does it look like a reverse mullet? As in the back wheel looks bigger than the front.
I'm going to give this a super nice based on the entertainment value of the photo. It's just all. It almost looks like it's been done by AI mid-journey. You know what I mean? It's nice. It ends up a nice. And that's unfortunately the last bike in the bike vault. So now you've ended on a real negative.
Oh.
Well done, Rich. You've ruined the whole video. Right.
Oh, wow.
There we go. That was a good show.
That's chaotic again, Mark. I love it.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you get involved in the comments. I really want to know. And if we've got, if you've got some beef on our value point of the budget bike, let us know.
I do like to hear
We
it,
don't
genuinely.
know. Yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into it.
Cool.
So it's a good video for that. Thanks for watching. Give it a like. Make sure you subscribe.
That too.
And I guess I'll see you next week. But this guy's going to be changing to another one of those, stand-ins.
See ya.